Hello everyone, in this tutorial we are going to install Django. Django is a web framework written in Python for creating web applications. Basically it's a toolbox for creating web apps. For now, in the beginning, why we are going to use it, it is because it gives us access to a database, and we are going to need a database to store our orders, store historical prices, fetch them, make calculations on them. So a database is really needed, and Django is going to help us with the database connection. And also what we will be able to do in the future is to create a user interface where we will be able to see our orders, maybe some graphs. So let's go ahead and install it. If it's the first time you're doing it, you can go ahead on djangoproject.com. You can look at the documentations, the community. There is it's the biggest framework in Python, biggest web application framework. So if you're going to encounter any issues, any problems, there are thousands of other people's, millions maybe, that have had the same issues as you. So you will easily be able to find the answers to your problems. So let's go ahead. First thing what we need to do is we need to install it with pip. So for that we can do pip install Django, and this will fetch the latest version of Django. The version we are using, it is version 4.1. So I recommend using that version if you are watching it in the future. I strongly recommend using that version because maybe it will change in the future and you will encounter some bugs. So I recommend using Django 4.1. So first thing we need to do when we want to install Django, it's creating a new project. So for that we have a command. It's called Django admin start project and then the name of our project. So let's go ahead and do that. So in our trading bot folder, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this command, and in here we call it trading bot, and we add a dot after. This way it doesn't create a subfolder. So let's go ahead. And as you can see right here, it created one new file and one new folder. The manage.py, it is a file that we're going to use a lot to create commands that we tell Django what to do. And in here, trading bot, these are the settings. So these are Django specific files, but that you can configure to modify Django as you want. The most important file is the settings.py file. In here, you're basically going to configure the basic settings of the Django project. And what is interesting is that by default, it comes with a SQLite 3 database. So this is a small database, but for starting a new project or learning or having a really small project, it's good. For bigger projects, I would recommend Postgres, but right now this is perfect for what we are going to do. So let's go ahead and create the database. So for creating the database, we have another command that is python manage.py migrate. Basically migrate, when you do it the first time, it initiates the database and creates the first tables. So as you can see here, by default, it comes with an admin and also some user permission to log in and to create users and sessions. This is default Django installation. And in here, we can see that we have our database that has been created. So this is already pretty nice. What we're going to do is we're going to do one more thing, and that is install an app. This is what is called in Django. It is basically a specific piece of our trading bot or our software. So we're going to create our first app in here, and this app, we're going to call it Trades. And in this Trades app or module, you can call it as well, we're going to store our trades that we have done, that we have bought or sold. So this is the first thing that we're going to do. For that, we can again go to Django. In here we have, well, maybe let's first just run the server. Yeah, when you run the server, it creates a local little server that you can directly see, and this is pretty interesting because we straight away have access to the admin. So if you see this, that means that the Django installation was successful. And if we go onto here and we do /admin, module secrets has no attribute choice. What is this error? All right, so apparently we cannot have a file that is named secrets. Let's just call it environment vars for now. And in here, let's do it like that. So yeah, when you're developing, you will encounter these sort of problems all the time, so don't be discouraged. Just look online and you will find on Stack Overflow, this is the best website. You will find some answer to your problem. So I'm not going to hide this in this tutorial series. I'm going to go ahead as if I'm building it myself, so we will run into some problems, and yeah, the goal is to be able to find the solutions to these problems. This is really what's going to make you a better programmer, if you are able to on your own find solutions to any problems that you face. So all right now, if we do it again, then it should work. Let's see. No, it doesn't work. Let's kill the server, do python manage.py, run server again. And normally now, if we go to the admin, we are good. One other thing, if we want to create our first user, what we have to do is we can create a user in here. For that, there is another command, very important, python manage.py create super user. Okay, then we can create a new user. Let's call him Thomas, and we can do Thomas at wpt.com. Give it a password. Password is too similar, just say yes if you have a bad password like mine, and we can go ahead and rerun the server. And what we can do now is we have access to then, let's not save it. We now have access to the admin. So right now it's pretty empty. So let's close it down. And the next thing we're going to do is to create our trades module or app. So for that, there is another important command that is python manage.py start app. And then we're going to call it trades. I would suggest to always call it in the plural version. It doesn't really matter. So right now with this command, we see here that we have created a new app. And in this app, we have some files and folders. But we're going to continue going over this in the next video. I think for this video, you have seen enough. If you have any questions or remarks, please leave them in the comments. And yeah, see you in the next one.